Hi, so I've been meaning to do weapon skill videos for a while now, and I kind of forgot about it, but here we are. I'm gonna finally start them, and I'm doing the 3000 KO skills first. I feel like this is a good place to start since 3000 KO skills are all kind of weird skills, and a lot of them have negative side effects as well, which none of the other weapon skills have. So I thought it'd be the best place to start. So 3000 KO skills, you're only able to have one equipped on a weapon at a time, so whichever one you choose, it better be a good one. So I'm gonna start off with the worst ones and then work my way up to the ones that are actually worth using. So first off, we have Sturdy Feet and Regen. Don't use these skills. Both of them make you take more damage, which is absolutely not something you want to do. And the benefits of the skills better be worth it if you're taking more damage, and none of these effects are worth it. Sturdy Feet. Yeah, okay, you take more damage and you don't get knocked back. Not getting knocked back potentially means you're taking even more damage, though, even just not accounting for the natural taking more damage part of the skill. If it's a multi-hit attack that's naturally hitting you out of the attack, but now, oh, you're not getting knocked back, so you're just taking every single hit of that multi-hit. And you're just taking even more damage than you would originally, and it's just not worth it. The only benefit of this skill is that, hey, you're immune to Give Zone Redead Screams. That's neat. That's not worth wasting a weapon slot and getting all these other negative side effects along with it, though. For context, Sia's C1 is just this skill, except without the take more damage part, and she also is able to inflict the darkness effects with more ease as well. So Sia is basically able to give herself Sturdy Feet, but without the taking more damage part of it, and she's also having a boon to her darkness effects at any time she wants. So basically she's just able to have this skill anytime with more bonuses and with the biggest downside removed. Yeah, don't use this skill. Regen. If you're playing the Wii U version and you ever need to heal, you already lost your A rank. If you're playing the 3DS version, maybe a computer did something really stupid and they need to heal up, but that is not worth wasting weapon slot over. Switch version, yes, you are able to take damage yourself, but it's still not worth wasting a weapon slot for healing. That's what your potions are for. That's what the red jars and keeps are for. That's what all the hearts lying around the field are for. Just use those to heal, please. Next up, one-hit kill and adversity. Both these skills just really suck, but hey, at least they aren't actively harming you while you're using them. So that's a good thing, I guess. Okay, one-hit kill increases chances of instantly defeating weak enemies, as in the mooks, as in the cannon fodder, as in the enemies that should be dying in one hit anyways. Using a skill to just give yourself a higher luck percent of killing them in one hit is a much worse idea than just equipping another skill that's going to increase your damage, so you're guaranteed to kill them in one hit, as well as increasing your damage to every other enemy in the game as well. Don't use this. Adversity. Deal more damage when your health is low. Again, the Wii U version, if this skill is active, then you already lost your A rank. This skill should never be active if you're playing on the Wii U version. And in 3DS and Switch versions, I guess you could do something where, like, you send a computer off to go get hit a lot and then switch over to them and then receive the damage boost and not have, like, the damage taken affect you. But that's such a roundabout way of increasing your damage when there's so many other reliable ways of increasing your damage that don't involve you trying to finagle with the computer hurting themselves. And no, just don't. But hey, these skills at least aren't hurting you. Anyways, moving on to the skills that are actually worth using. First off, we have Compatriot. Deal more damage when allied army has more keeps. Again, this skill doesn't have anything hurting you. It's not actively hurting you, so that's cool. And basically, once you get up to 9 keeps, it is pretty much the same damage boost as no healing and defenseless. When I say barely out damages, I mean by a single pixel. That's not even an exaggeration. It's just out damaging the two skills by a singular pixel. So it's basically the same, but still you're able to get up to no healing and defenseless. and you're not actively harming yourself in any other way, so that's cool. But not every mission is going to have keeps for you to collect. Rack up your KO missions, quiz missions, KO all enemy missions, giant boss missions. Those skills don't have you collecting keeps at all, and those missions, the skill is just doing nothing. So even though this one is better, I still wouldn't recommend using it just because there are so many missions where this just isn't doing anything at all. You could like build 2 weapons, like one with Compatriot for the missions where you do have keeps, and then like one with like no healing or defenseless for the other missions, but don't build 2 weapons, just build 1 weapon, honestly. Don't bother trying to make this skill work. It's still better than all the other options below this, and if you don't have no healing or defenseless, then having this is not going to hurt you at all. It's a fantastic choice, but no healing and defenseless are kind of better options. Now, between no healing and defenseless, I'm going to get into no healing first. So, you basically aren't able to heal with this. In the Wii U version, though, if you need to heal, then again, you already lost your A rank, so that's not a problem. In the 3DS version, that's still not really a problem. The computer can kind of go off and do something dumb, and that's kind of a downside of the skill, but other than that, it's still completely fine. And I haven't really had any problems with like computers being too dumb with no healing. It's happened like once, but even then you can just repeat the mission, you know, like, oh, there's going to be like a problem at this moment, I should switch over them and fix it so they don't like kill themselves off. So there's that. And in the Switch version, now that you are able to actually kind of heal and still maintain your A rank, this skill isn't as great, I guess, but it's still perfectly fine, and you should still be using this or defenseless in your weapon kits on this Switch version. The other bad part about this skill, though, is that survival battles on challenge mode. Survival battle level 4 is probably the most difficult mission in the entire game, and that doesn't care about how much damage you take. You just need to not die for the mission. So having no healing on during that mission is going to hurt a lot, but even then, that is one mission in the game out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of others. So build your weapon for the most general use, and then once you get to the point where you're tackling the most difficult mission in the game, build a weapon for that. Don't worry about the last mission in the entire game when you still have hundreds and hundreds of other levels to go. So it is still a fantastic choice. But still, if not being able to heal sounds too scary to you, there is defenseless, in which case you give up your ability to shield. Now, you give out your ability to shield, but you can still press the shield button and be able to shield dodge to the side or back behind you. So that's still an option, and that's still the best defensive option in the game. So being able to lose your shield isn't too much of a loss, although it's a quick defense option if you just like really need to react to an attack. But there's also like special canceling to that, so I mean, you're losing one defensive option, but there's so many other defensive options, it's not that big of a loss. And the best part about defenseless is that you can combo it with Heartstrong really well. Heartstrong is the 4000 KO skill that increases your damage when you are at full health. This is not Heart Power, that's the 5000 KO skill, that's different. Heartstrong and defenseless is a really fun combination, and it increases your damage a lot because you have 2 skills on you that are increasing your damage to all of your attacks. Although you are under very strict conditions, you have to be at full health, you don't have your shield, but if you do get hit, you are able to heal back up to full health with a potion or something. And that's a really fun kit, although it is very difficult to play. Be careful while playing it if you do choose to use it, but if you are confident in your abilities to play the game, that is a kit I would recommend. It is very fun, I really enjoy myself. So there is that to think about. So overall, in the Wii U version, I would say no healing, just pick no healing, that's kind of the better one, because again, there's no reason to heal except for survival battle level 4. but that's the last mission in the game. Don't worry about that for the majority of the game. Worry about that when you get there. It's just one mission out of the hundreds of others. In 3DS version, the computers can kind of be dumb, so maybe be careful with no healing. Just make sure they aren't going to take a ton of damage from an enemy attack that's gonna just harm them, and they're just gonna have to hide in the corner for the rest of the match. Don't do that. But in 3DS version, challenge mode isn't there, which means survival battle level 4 isn't there, so yeah, that's one of the downsides removed, I guess. So yeah, 3DS version, no healing can work the entire game, just be careful and watch out. Now in the Switch version, challenge battle is back, you have CPU allies, and you are able to take more damage as well, so you are able to heal up yourself. So at this point, I would kind of lean more towards defenseless personally, because losing the shield isn't that big of a deal, but once there's so many cases of, oh, but you can heal in this scenario, you might want to heal in this scenario, you might want to heal in this scenario, I feel like that's just building up too many scenarios where it's just go with defenseless instead. But again, it's really just preference at this point. I'm just personally saying like what I find better in each game. But no matter what version you're playing, if you do want to use the Heartstrong kit, definitely go with defenseless, because if you're not at max health, trying to heal back up to max health when you have no healing equipped is pretty difficult, so yeah, don't do that. And that's pretty much everything on the 3000 KO skills. I'm not sure what set of skills I'm gonna do next. Maybe the 4000 KO skills, maybe. I'll do Heart Power, although that's easy. It's just equip Heart Power on everyone. It's a fantastic skill. Use it on everyone. But yeah, 4000 KO skills. Maybe I'll do that next. Bye!